يا الله شو ها يا واحد ثاني يا الله هيدا
Now to some breaking news happening in Israel. It has carried out a massive strike. Israel says it was targeting the terrorist organization's leader, Hassan Nasrallah.
Good is portrayed as evil, and evil is portrayed as good. We see this moral confusion when Israel is falsely accused of genocide, when we defend ourselves against enemies who try to commit genocide against us.
Mick, we see that what that attack looks like in that video, as Tom says, it does not look like a normal strike. They meant business, whatever they were going after. What does this mean?
The missile strikes focusing on the central headquarters of Hezbollah in Beirut. Israel claims the headquarters for the Iran-backed militia were intentionally built onto residential buildings. There are fears the attack could intensify an already dire situation in the region.
I haven't seen any strikes that caused the massive cloud of smoke or clouds of smoke that this one did. It was absolutely huge, and Israeli officials saying that bunker buster bombs were used on those residential blocks.
Yet we face savage enemies who seek our annihilation, and we must defend ourselves against these savage murderers. Our enemies seek not only to destroy us, they seek to destroy our common civilization.
While many in the audience walked out.
What hypocrisy, what a double standard, what a joke. Until this anti-Semitic swamp is drained, the UN will be viewed by fair-minded people everywhere as nothing more than a contemptuous farce.
About an hour after Netanyahu left the podium, the IDF says it carried out a precise strike, targeting Hezbollah's central command and leadership in Beirut. Sources tell CBS News that Israel did not give the United States advance warning of the strike.
I have a message for the tyrants of Tehran. If you strike us, we will strike you. There is no place in Iran that the long arm of Israel cannot reach. And that's true of the entire Middle East.
They're worried that Iran could respond through other proxies, as they did just last night. Sirens were sounding across Israel's second largest city of Tel Aviv, a population of 300,000 people headed straight to bomb shelters, as a ballistic missile was fired from Yemen by Iran's other proxy in the region, the Houthis. And so there are a lot of moving parts here. Israel has been faced with a seven-front war since the October 7th massacre.
Iran now seeks to weaponize its nuclear program for the sake of the peace and security of all your countries. For the sake of the peace and security of the entire world, we must not let that happen. It would usher in a historic reconciliation between the Arab world and Israel, between Islam and Judaism, between Mecca and Jerusalem. That's why one of the best ways to foil Iran's nefarious designs is to achieve the peace. Such a peace would be the foundation for an even broader Abrahamic alliance.
Another Iranian body is basically saying that this has changed the whole dynamic effectively. And I think that's true, but also we are anticipating that Israel at some point is going to launch that ground offensive into southern Lebanon, which they've been suggesting for a couple of days now they will now do.
This is a country that is bracing for a broader regional war, and the coming hours and days will be critical to understand what exactly is going to happen.
As the book of Samuel says in the Bible, Netzach Yisrael lo yishaker. The eternity of Israel will not falter. In the Jewish people's epic journey from antiquity, in our odyssey through the tempests and upheavals of modern times, that ancient promise has always been kept, and it will hold true for all time. To borrow a great poet's phrase, Israel will not go gently into that good night. We will never need to rage against the dying of the light, because the torch of Israel will forever shine bright.
And tonight, Israel has begun a new round of airstrikes here in Beirut.
المنطقة لأكثر من حي.
هذه ضربة